Holy falling mortgage rates, Batman. As the average 30-year fixed rate is in free fall, many home buyers and would-be home buyers are breathing a sigh of relief. We are at a 7-month low, with some lenders advertising 6% rates on bankrate.com. It looks like a promising year for those who are still trying to realize the American dream of home ownership. I'm Antonio Anselmi, the most trusted name in Florida real estate, and today we're talking about the positive news that we've recently been seeing with mortgage rates as we close out a year that most of us wish that we could forget. Now, 2024 may be a better year to purchase a home, at least for some. Even Dave Ramsey is saying that now is a good time to buy a home. While home prices will remain elevated, we might see some areas of the United States with some softened prices, but we will see an increase in most markets, including our market here in Florida. Right now is most likely a better time to buy for those who can, as we are still seeing a mass exodus from blue cities and states for those seeking less intrusive government, better economic and tax conditions. And for Florida, we should see an increase in home prices. Experts believe that if we do see 5 to 5.5% interest rates again, that we'll most likely see a 15 to 25% increase in home prices. We'll once again see escalation clauses, bidding wars, and heartache for buyers. And recall the horror stories of buyers trying to purchase a home during the 2022 rush and losing out to offers $50,000 and sometimes $100,000 over the asking price. It was a heartbreaking scenario for most, and only to be slapped in the face with the rise in interest rates to 8% within a year. The Fed has announced this past week that they do have a plan for as many as 3 rate decreases in 2024. We also know that we're coming into an election year, and the current state of the economy does not bode well for the current administration. We'll need a rebound in the economy, and the Fed is poised to try and make this happen just in time for the elections. And we will see a rebound. Though right now, the BRICS nations are making deals that could make that rebound a little longer and a little more painful than it should be. Just a few days ago, we saw that Putin met with Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates rulers in a bid to refresh alliances as they begin to trade outside of the US dollar. We don't really know the severity of the effects that this alliance will have on the USD and, more importantly, the US economy. Now, of course, we have our Chicken Littles screaming, the sky is falling, the sky is falling, but still, I'm going to be an optimist, and I'm going to side on the side of the United States, and I'm never going to bet against the US. We are a juggernaut with the world's largest economy, and as long as we stop voting for these do-nothing, career corrupt politicians that have no sense of what direction we really need this country to go. But I digress. Back to Florida and facts. Florida's doing great after every so-called market-destroying event. The condo fees being too high, no one can afford it, everyone's moving out, yet the condos are still full. Homeowners insurance companies are gone and no one can get home insurance. Yet we have plenty of carriers, and just the other day, 6 new insurance companies were just added, which was also great because my premiums were reduced. The latest is Florida's too expensive now. While I'll admit it has gotten more expensive than pre-pandemic levels, we're still a much better option than most blue states that have a higher property tax. And also, don't forget, we don't have a state income tax. And don't get me started about the safety concerns with some of the big cities like Chicago, San Francisco, Philadelphia, and New York, just to name a few. And then I just saw the other day that New York was going to start charging their residents a daily fee to enter into congested areas. In Florida, we still saw a rise of over 3% in home prices last month, even though rates hit over 8%. And that's just because inventory is still very scarce, as we're short between 4 and 7 million homes to keep up with the newly families formed. So what's the solution? Well, the federal government is trying to pass a bill banning hedge funds from owning single-family homes and will force them to sell their homes within 10 years. Will this help? Quite frankly, no, it's not going to help. It'll only make it more difficult for people who need to rent single-family homes, those who have, a few kids that need a bigger house. It's going to make it more difficult for them to find a home to rent, and hedge funds will just start buying apartments, and then we're going to end up in that dystopian society of all concrete and apartments where you don't own anything, you eat bugs, and you're going to be happy. That's a terrible idea. And it usually is when you get government involved. So everybody that's cheering for this, it's probably a bad idea. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a bad idea. And more importantly, let's look at the sheer numbers. Hedge funds right now own about 500,000 homes, and we are short 4 million to 7 million homes. So will the 500,000 homes that they put up in 10 years help? No, it's not going to help. The main problem is we are not building enough homes to keep up. Remember back in 2008 when the market crashed, there were a lot of home builders stuck holding the bag with empty homes that they couldn't sell, and a lot of them went out of business. We lost 52% of our home builders between 2008 and 2012. The problem is we don't have affordable housing. There are communities who aren't allowing for affordable houses to be built, who won't allow for more than single-family homes to be built. But there is hope as we see a 40-year product being offered and multiple additional down payment assistance programs. So the American dream of home ownership is not dead. It may be on life support, but there's hope. Good people are doing good things, and they're doing what they can to help get Americans into their forever home so that they can have that sense of community. I'm going to stay positive as I believe home ownership is the American dream. It's the path to building generational wealth for you and your family. It's a way to plant roots, to be a part of a community. I'm passionate about home ownership. The super rich, the wealthy, they want us to own nothing, rent everything, eat bugs, and be happy. I'm not going to be happy not owning my own house. I'm not going to be happy eating bugs. Maybe you will, but I won't. I'm Antonio Anselmi, the most trusted name in Florida real estate, bringing you nothing but facts. Call or text or leave a comment, hit the like and subscribe button so that others see this video, and follow me for straight talk without the fluff. Until next time, hug your kids, hug your family, and have a blessed day. Hey, have a Merry Christmas.